I'm losing hope. I'm losing hope for the middleweight division. Who can beat Khamzat Chimaev? Who can beat this motherfucker? Because I'm looking at the rankings for the middleweight division. I'm reading the names. I'm going down the list. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, there's really nobody. There's not like one guy that I can pick out that's like, okay, yeah, he's a problem for Chimaev. There's none. There's some guys that I give like a chance more than other dudes. But overall, it's looking very bleak. He is that dominant of a fighter. He made DDP just look like a tiny little teddy bear, man. I mean, look at that, man. Look at DDP's face. And see, this is what I didn't want to happen. I just wanted him to, get it over with fast. A first round submission, put DDP out of his misery, get him out of there and be like that. But he for 5 rounds, just ragdolled him. Who can beat him? We're going to go down the list. We're going to start from the least likely, the people that stand absolutely no chance. And we're going to end with the guys that have more of a chance to win. Starting with MVP. MVP has a 0% chance of ever beating Khamzat Chimaev. If Khamzat Chimaev and MVP were to fight 100 times, Chimaev would win 101 of those fights. He gets dominated in the 3rd round with Cannonier. That just happened. He won the fight, but just because he won the first 2 rounds, if Cannonier went there with more of a grappling game and actually went for the takedowns, he would have lost. He lost to Ian Gary because he got taken down. Because Ian Gary is a more well-rounded fighter. Michael Page, he's a one-trick pony. He's got his stylistic matchups that he will win, and then he's got his stylistic matchups that he will inevitably lose. Chimaev, I don't even know why I bring him up. I only bring him up just because he's a new ranked middleweight. He's on the map now. They're probably going to do him against Adesanya. That'll be somewhat of an exciting fight, as long as they don't just stand there and stare at each other the whole time. Like, let's hope they start swinging and throwing kicks and shit. Michael Page stands 0 chance. Let's move on to some fighters that actually have a chance against Khamzat Chimaev that could probably last and, can maybe defend a takedown or throw a punch and land a punch on Chimaev's face. Starting with, oh, never mind. I don't know why he's here. Caio Borralho. Caio Borralho, the thing is with him, I don't give him that much of a chance. I give him 1% chance that he can beat Chimaev. He's not been tested, and he's not super active. Look, he fought Jared Cannonier exactly 1 year ago, August of 2024. Before that, he knocks out Paul Craig, a very one-dimensional fighter. Knocking out Paul Craig doesn't really do much for your experience. It doesn't do much for your repertoire. It doesn't hone your skills. It doesn't say much. And then before that, he gets a submission against the old Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, who's a different version of himself now that he's joined with his team in the Fighting Nerds. But before that, he's been decision merchants. Decision. Is a dominant pressure wrestler, grappler like Chimaev going to have a hard time with Borralho? I don't think so. But that's mostly just because we haven't seen him faced up against an elite guy yet. We are going to see that in like 3 weeks against Imavov. Speaking of Imavov, I put him up next. I give Imavov a 2% chance of beating Chimaev. Imavov, he was born in Dagestan, then he went to France. He was raised in France for a little while. He's a French guy, but he's not a pure Dagestani. He's not a wrestler. He's a striker. He's kind of like Ankalaev in a way. He strikes more than he wrestles. But he's been more active. Look, June 8th of last year, he fought, since then, 13 months? He's fought 3 fights in 13 months, whereas Borralho's only fought once. So he's been more active. Jared Cannonier, Brendan Allen, Israel Adesanya. I like his activity, and I know it's too early to call for the fight with him against Borralho, but I do favor him over Borralho. I'm leaning on him. That's not my final pick, but I think I will probably pick Imavov against Borralho, and he's going to get the next title shot. So we're going to see Chimaev versus Imavov, probably in Abu Dhabi, And yeah, let's hope he doesn't take too much damage. Let's hope he coasts through Borralho. He's a pure striker. He doesn't have that much wrestling. And that's what you need. You got to be a gritty, dirty fighter to go against Chimaev. So that's why I have RDR. RDR is a gritty, dirty fighter. He's in front of you. He's got those knees. Can he land these knees? He's big. He's legit 6'4". He is oversized for his division. He's a big motherfucker. He's thick, and he has grappling experience. I give him a 20% chance that he could land a big knee on Chimaev's liver. But that's a big if, because most likely he misses his knee, and Chimaev uses that to just take him down. Like, I could see that happening, just playing it out in my head. But he'll push forward, as long as he's not scared. If he fights Chimaev like he fought against Bo Nickel, like he fought against Whitaker, where he's pushing forward, throwing those knees, getting ready with the underhooks, and even if he gets taken down, like, I think he'll be a hard guy to submit. Because, with that big frame of his, he's usually the guy that's getting on people's backs. He's the annoying guy. And I know Bo Nickel is a really shitty fighter. Spoiled suburbanite Americana kid. Has never gone through any hardships, but he dominated him. All those wrestling credentials didn't mean anything. He dominated him. I give him the second highest chance that he beats Chimaev. And with the first, you already know it. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's talking about him. It's got to be Anthony Hernandez. He is our only hope. He is our only salvation in the middleweight division. I don't really see anybody else coming close that can make it somewhat challenging. I give him a 33% chance to beat Chimaev. 1 out of 3 chances. Chimaev has a 66% chance of beating him. And the reason why is, he used to be fat, so he's 6 foot. He doesn't look like he belongs as middleweight. And Chimaev will be bigger than him. He will be taller than him. He will be thicker than him. But still, he's our only hope. All of these fights, he's bullied. Bullied Dolidze. Bullied Michel Pereira. Bullied Roman Kopylov. Bullied Brendan Allen for 2 rounds. He's bullied these guys. And I see this fight in the same way that I see Evloev versus Sterling. The American versus the Caucasus Crusader. The Caucasus Crusader I'm going to favor. If this fight gets booked, I'm going to favor Chimaev. I will pick Chimaev. Would it be a wonderful grapple fest to witness? Of course it would. But I just picture Chimaev gaining the advantages, gaining the upper hand, and I just see Hernandez on his back. We saw Brendan Allen put Hernandez on his back for a brief while. Hernandez made some mistakes in that fight against Brendan Allen. Ugh. Brendan Allen is a really low IQ fighter. And, Brendan Allen just beat Vettori, but Vittori's an orc, so Vittori's IQ is all the way down in the 30 to 40 range, multiple standard deviations below the human average. So that's not saying much for Brendan Allen. Anthony Hernandez, that's him. Our only hope. As for KHAMZAT, though, let's talk a little bit about KHAMZAT. I don't know what KHAMZAT's ambitions from here on out are. We don't know when he wants to retire. He's 31. He's in his prime right now. He will continue to be in his prime until he's 34, 35, and then even beyond, because he's a pure grappler. He's not getting struck in the face and getting punched. His brain isn't going back and forth being a ping pong within his skull, because he's not getting hit. He's just going there and dominating. So he's not losing brain cells. He's not losing years out of his life. He's not taking a lot of damage. Will he move up? If Alex Pereira knocks out Ankalaev cold. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's just say that it does. You just know that Chimaev's going to be thinking about that fight with Pereira. You just know it's like, okay, that's going to be an easy fight for me. I'm going to smash that guy, brother. And he would. He would easily take down Pereira and smash him. Is he going to be a 2-division champ? Like, I don't want to see that. I'm tired of 2-division shit. Stay in your division, clear it out, dominate it, and once you're in like the tail end of your career, then you can move up as the last hurrah. Like what GSP did. Like what some of these other guys did. I don't want to see Chimaev defend one more. Like he defends against Imavov and then it's like, okay, time to move up to light heavyweight. I don't want to see that. And if he's got a big ego, we already know that. So he might even think about moving up all the way to heavyweight. He might think about 3-division. He could. I would say he's got the frame. Like if he moves up to heavyweight, he would be a fat heavyweight. We've seen this before. We've seen guys that fight at middleweight move up to heavyweight where they're just carrying all this fat, this muffin top. Like Chris Dawkins, he fought at heavyweight, whereas he had the frame of a middleweight. And we've seen other guys like that. Like Cyril Lasker, I think, was one of them. Even Jared Cannonier. So if he's got that big of an ego, he could move up all the way to heavyweight and just become a 3-division champion, but that's way too soon. Way too soon. I don't think he's ever going to move back down to 170 either. I would really hate if he moves down to 170. That would be a bad move on his career, on his health. Nobody wants to see that. Either stay at middleweight for the next 2 to 3 years, then you can start moving up once you're starting to get up there in age. Fuck, man. Khamzat Chimaev, he's going to be here for a long time. Like, I'm going to have, like, I just started this channel like a month and a half ago, and I'm going to have the mindset of continuing this channel for years and years and years. Like, I don't ever planning on quitting. So I'm going to be talking about this guy and all of his fights, and it's exciting. I know the fight was like boring on paper, but it was exciting in some aspects. I just wish he went for the submissions a little more against DDP. But yeah, Anthony Hernandez, they're not going to give him the title shot, not yet. He needs to fight one more time. Anthony Hernandez needs one more fight. Maybe they might do him with DDP, but honestly, I'd rather prefer to see DDP versus RDR, just for the goofiness, just for the memes. You know, a Tom and Jerry matchup. I'd rather see that. But we got to keep our eyes on Hernandez. He needs to move up now. UFC needs to move him up, and I said this before, start the hard launch of his career, because they soft launched him. He's had so many fights, dominated all these guys. Now, put him up there. They should put him up against Strickland, just to get Strickland out of the way. We don't want to see Strickland anymore. Get Strickland out of the way, and then give him the title shot. Hernandez is our salvation. That's all I've got for you. Peace out. Subscribe.